we will be working on the complete close. Welcome to everyone who is joining the live. All right, let's begin. Okay, so if you guys know the answers, you guys can also just write it down in the chat, and then I will tell you whether or not you are correct. All right. Okay. Okay, furoshiki is a square piece of cloth or fabric used for gift wrapping, transporting items, and home decor. The blank refers to both the cloth, which usually has an elegant decorative design and craft. All right, so we have the blank over here. What might the answer be? All right, the blank refers to both the cloth. Okay, so when we're saying that something refers to something, let's take a look at where there has been a reference to the cloth. Okay, and since this is only the first two sentences, the only time where it is referenced is by its name over here. Okay, furoshiki is a square piece of cloth. All right, so when we're talking about the reference, we will be talking about this. Okay, and I'm gonna okay, and now furoshiki is the name of the cloth. So I will be putting, hi, welcome to the live. Alright, welcome to the live. 有什么问题都可以问我. Alright, so we will be using their name, refers to both the cloth, which usually has an elegant decorative design, and the craft. Right? Furoshiki has become increasingly popular around the world. Blank, it has transformed the art of giving. Okay. Oh, bless me. All right. All right, so over here, we are connecting two ideas. Number one, that furoshiki has become increasingly popular. And the second one, which is that it has transformed the art of gift giving. Okay, so over here, there are two ideas, and what we usually use to connect two ideas is the word "and." All right, and it has transformed the art of gift giving. All right, so it has transformed the art of gift giving. Hi everyone, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. 有什么问题都可以问我。我们今天都在做小六会考题。All right. Okay, let's look at the next paragraph. Furoshiki originated in Japan around 710 BC during the Nara period. All right. During this time, the cloth that an object was wrapped in was blank to as, I don't know how to pronounce this, tsutsumi. Okay, tsutsumi, meaning package or present. It was used to wrap important goods and treasures found blank Japanese temples. All right, so it is, you're giving us a bit of a history, and it is very important that we're taking all of that into context. All right, okay, so was wrapped in blank to as, okay, tsutsumi. Okay, so again, over here you can actually look at this. Okay, we have the word refers to, okay, over here, and there is what to over here. Okay, so first things first, referred to as tsutsumi. Okay, so the thing about this is that during this time was blind to Asutsumi, so this is a name. And we know its name because they are giving us for the meaning. Okay, so what would you use to as and link to a name? You usually use referred to. All right, this is usually referred to. All right, it was used to wrap important goods and treasures found blind Japanese temples. All right, so over here we're talking about a specific location. Okay, and to suggest that you are the correct preposition for the location, right? Where exactly in this location are you? We're gonna use the word in. Okay, found in, so within this Japanese. Sorry. All right, let's go to this. All right, okay. So this one is slightly different. This is synthesis and transformation. Let's go through this one. All right, so you guys can take chance to go through question 17 first, and then I will give you guys the answers in a bit. All right, please let me know your answers. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, as John is afraid of snakes, he refuses to go into the woods. All right, now, first thing about this is that. Did Jason say anything? Probably what you said. As John is afraid of snakes, he refuses to go into the woods. Okay, so over here, what we're gonna do, okay, is we are going to consider the fact that they say out of his. Okay, so out of, firstly, is usually accompanied by a noun that introduces the cause. All right, so it is usually out of plus noun cause. All right, so out of his. Okay, and the main thing that we see here is that John is afraid of snakes. And what is the noun cause for afraid? We are going to use fear. Okay, so out of his, okay, out of his fear of snakes. Okay, we see the word his over here. We have not introduced the subject over here, and we see that, hi, welcome to the live, welcome to the live. All right, So we see that there is the word John over here. There is a specific name for us. Okay. Now, if when you're doing the question, if there's not given a specific name, you shouldn't be making up a name. Okay, you should just be going with his and his. Okay, or her and her. All right. So out of his fear of snakes, we are going to try to introduce the subject. So we're going to say John, comma, John. Remember to put the comma because you are still separating two clauses, all right? Out of his fear of snakes, John refuses to go into the woods. All right, does that make sense? Hi, welcome to the live. 有什么问题都可以问我。我们现在在做小六会考题。Okay, and then we have Lena. Okay, Lena was worried about the exam. She could not sleep. Okay, so it is roughly the same idea. So out of is usually accompanied by noun cause. All right, does that make sense to everyone? All right. Out of her. Okay, and we have the word worry. What is the noun for worry? What is the noun cause that we can possibly put? It is worry. Out of her worry about the exam. I know some people might be tempted to change about to for, okay, but we're trying to minimize the changes in S and T's unless it's absolutely necessary, all right? So out of her worry about the exam, okay, we're still going to put a comma here, okay, instead of a full stop because we still have to separate the two ideas, okay? And then again, Lina, we have the name over here, so we have to put in the name. Out of her worry about the exam, Lina could not sleep. All right, does that make sense? Does that make sense to everyone? All right. All right. You let me know if you guys have any questions, all right? Okay. I must see her tomorrow, said Mr. Tan. All right, so first things first, over here we have, well, clearly it is the dialogue. Now, the main thing about changing this, which this is, I'm gonna write this here, it is reported speech. Okay, now I'm gonna write down a few rules about reported speech, okay? So of course, if your teacher has been teaching you something specific, some specific template to use or anything, okay, you can go with that. But specifically, these are some rules that we have, all right, which is, okay, remove quotation marks. Remove quotation marks. Okay, so essentially in this case, we are not supposed to be having this when you're writing the reported speech, all right? The idea of reported speech, just as its name suggests, is that you are reporting something someone else said, meaning that you're simply spreading something that someone else is saying, right? So one of the best ways that I always tell students that you can use this method to check whether or not, you know, your sentence makes sense after you say it, because I understand that in synthesis and transformation, what might theoretically make sense, like you're following the structure and everything, and then you make a little mistake, but you feel like I'm following the structure, so it should make sense, right? Sometimes it doesn't. So it's very important that you are repeating it to yourself and making sure that it makes sense. So one of the things I always tell students with reported speech, one of the best ways to do that is that you can pretend that you are sharing with your friend what someone else told you, okay? So like for example, maybe Mr. Tan had this conversation with me that he has to, I must see her tomorrow, and he said that to me, and I'm telling my friend. So I would say, Mr. Tan said, da 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 da, and it has to make sense, right? So that is one of the best ways. Personally, that helps me to make sure that I'm always on the right track, all right? Okay, so let's just give it a try. Okay, now when it comes to the word must, all right, when it comes to the word must, okay, there are two alternatives that you can use, okay? Must, you will change it to either had to or ought to, all right? I had to or ought to. Okay, I ought to see her tomorrow. I have to see her tomorrow. Okay, but for this question, hi Dad Fun, welcome to the live. All right, so over here in this case, I'm going to be writing had to. Okay, but of course, if your teacher has been telling you to write ought to, okay, you can go about with ought to. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna use had to. Okay, so Mr. Tan, and firstly we're gonna say we're gonna change it to he. Right. Okay, and tomorrow. Okay, now we gotta make this slightly different, okay, because essentially if I were to tell someone something, I wouldn't say tomorrow, I would say the next day. All right, the next day, or you can also use the following day. All right, so there are a bit of options over here. Okay, all right, I'm gonna see if anyone has the answer now that I've done the annotation. I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. All right, Mr. Tan said, okay, he had to see her the next day. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And now one very important thing is that you want to make sure that you are putting that full stop behind. Okay, I understand that sometimes when you're doing questions, okay, in your assessment books they might have full stops already written there for you, but in the exam paper it is a good idea to double check because that might not always be the case. All right, so please be extra careful. All right. All right. Okay, and then we have, I can finish the project by tomorrow, said the designer. Okay, and the designer said, okay, I'm going to give everyone a bit of time to finish this. All right. Is it out again? The notification is out again. Can I take a look? Let's see if it get better. Because you can actually see it. Is it here? No, it is. I think just crop the icons. Let's see if it gets better. Yeah. All right. I can finish the project by tomorrow, said the designer. All right. So first things first. possible that that's not an issue because we never had an issue with that before. No, just going through. I went through this question, the same question the other day. Should we leave the live just in case they ban us? Should we put on the James? If anyone knows the answer, feel free to let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go through this. Okay, I think everyone is having a bit of a lazy morning. That's okay. Okay, so again, I'm gonna read it. Furoshiki is a square piece of cloth or fabric used for gift wrapping, transporting items, and home decor. Okay, the blank refers to both the cloth. Okay, furoshiki. Am I pronouncing it right? Am I pronouncing it right? Furoshiki. I'm pronouncing it right, right? I don't know, but if I'm not pronouncing it right, just let me know. Please just let me know. All right, Chen. All right. Let's see. All right. Transporting items and home decor. All right. So refers. Okay. The idea of reference is that there has been something that brought up or this cloth. Okay, or gave a bit more information on the cloth. Okay, or said something that references it. All right. Now that we are only on the second path, the second to the furoshiki. What is that? I don't know. Okay, I live under a rock. All right, I live under a rock. I don't watch much television. All right. Is there a reference that you're making that I'm not getting? Because if there is, that's kind of embarrassing. All right. Refers to both the cloth, which okay. Now, the only time term, okay, the term, okay. So we have the word furoshiki here. That is the only time where the reference is made. Now, what is furoshiki? What is furoshiki? Furoshiki is actually the name. No, the answer. The furoshiki. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, the name. Okay, the answer is the name. Okay, because we are over here, we are talking about the name. Okay. Okay, the name furoshiki. I see the answer term. Okay, term could mean it could be a lot of different things. Name is a lot more specific. Okay, so I would definitely say, um, hmm, I would prefer as a marker. I would prefer the word name. All right, the name refers to both the cloth, which usually has an elegant decorative design, and the craft. All right. Furoshiki has become increasingly popular. All right. Furoshiki has become increasingly popular around the world. Blank, it has transformed the art of gift giving. All right. So let's take a look. All right. Let's take a look. What might your answer be? Does anyone know what the answers might be? As, all right, let's take a look. Furoshiki has become increasingly popular around the world. As, okay, okay. I would suggest, yes, please, thank you. I would suggest, I would accept as, but what I'm seeing over here is that there are two, and okay, there are two two individual messages here, increasingly popular around the world. It has transformed the art of gift giving. So when you see two messages and you want to put them together, you can use and. All right. So SW, great job. But as mm, hmm hmm the idea of as, I feel it's a bit risky. Okay, because as suggests that furoshiki became popular because it has transformed the art of gift giving. Mm, but if you said and it has transformed the art of gift giving, and would be safer. Okay, and would be safer. All right. Okay, furoshiki originated in Japan around 710 BC. Okay, during the Nara period. Tree referred for in. Let's take a look. All right. During this time, the cloth that an object was wrapped in was okay. Let's see. Referred. Okay, was referred to as, is it Tutsumi? Zut. TS is pronounced as Zutsumi, right? Okay, I'm gonna say Zutsumi. If I'm wrong, please don't, please don't criticize me, okay? I'm not fluent in Japanese, alright? Answer is referred to. What am I doing? Alright, referred to. Okay, referred to as Tsutsumi. Okay, now we're talking about a specific, okay, to explain a bit more, okay, referred to, and then we have a name over here. So we can get the idea that it is more of a reference. All right, it was used to wrap important goods and treasures found in. Okay, that is correct. In, because we're talking about a location over here. All right. Okay, and then my TikTok. Oh. Okay, 5. Wow. X and G, you're getting faster and faster with questions. Great job. Very proud of you. All right. The term furoshiki was applied during the Muromachi period, which lasted, okay. Okay, X and G, we have two here already. Okay, so when we're talking about a specific duration, we say from the to the. All right. Yes, from. Okay, your second answer is correct. From. Okay, that is correct. Great job. All right, from. Okay, from this period. Okay, and then we have. It is believed that Shotgun, that is such a cool name, a chief military commander in feudal Japan, okay, installed a large bathhouse in his residence and invited people of importance to stay and use the facility. That is such a flex. All right. Many stood on the fabrics while drying after blank. After blank. Bathing? Yes, that is correct. Great job, X and G. All right. Furoshiki soon blank. Soon popular? Was soon popular. That is correct. Was soon popular. Alright. All members of society as bathhouses became a designated area to wash, relax, and socialize. Okay. It did not take long. Blank. The custom spread to other avenues such as wrapping books, gift, and merchandise. Ooh. Okay. 4. Okay. Okay, I will accept 4 and before. All right, great job, everyone. Your father's donkey. That is such a interesting username. How do you even think of that? How do you even think of that? I always come up with the most what do you call that? Boring usernames. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Oh, there's another page. All right. Okay. In 2006, the Japanese Minister of the Environment blanked Furoshiki Club in an effort to increase environmental awareness and blank the use of plastic. Okay. What might the answer be? All right. Introduced. Okay. Okay. Any other answers? Let's see. I'm waiting for some other answers. Okay, let's see. Okay, introduced. Okay, let's see. Some options that we have here, okay, is promoted. I don't know, it's okay. Promoted. Okay, to increase, okay. I would accept introduced. I would accept introduced. Okay, great job, everyone. Dora the Explorer. Okay, I loved Dora the Explorer as a kid, but what really freaked me out was the troll under the bridge. All right, I don't know if any of you guys remember that episode. That yellow troll with like the super long beard. I don't know if anyone remembers it. I watched it growing up and it freaked me out so much. I remember as a kid I refused to go to bed because I was so scared the troll under the bridge was hiding under my bed and would like grab me as soon as my parents left the room. I don't know why. All right, 10 is reduced. Let's see. What time do 7 end your life? Do you um? We have a break at 1:30, okay? Because we all have to eat lunch and then we will be starting our live again at 2:30 all the way to 5:30. All right? All right. Okay. And 10, okay? Reduce. Okay, that is correct. And reduce the use of plastic, all right? Okay. This is O level. No, this is upper primary. Upper primary. So like P5, P6. All right. P5, P6. Okay, plastic harms the environment. It is during this period, but Dora the Explorer, if you're an O level, we also have resources for you. Okay, you can go to our website to take a look. Okay, we do have a lot of ebooks currently on sale, especially for O level students. Okay, we understand O level is coming up. Okay, so we have prepped some massive value packed what do you call that, ebooks. All right, used. All right, used. Let's see, Dappy is here. Let's go. All right, used. Okay, today it is commonly, that is correct, used by Japanese school children to carry bento boxes. Oh, I love Japanese bento boxes. My favorite thing in Japanese bento boxes is number one, number one is the pink pickles, and number two is the sauce. All right. Okay. Furoshiki cloth is used by gift givers around the world as a blank friendly way to wrap gifts. What might the answer be? Okay, can reference the previous paragraph. I love writers that work lives. They are my favorite besides A. Iman. Iman? What is that? What is Iman? Is it like a like another account? Is it another account? Okay, what might the answer be? Question 12. Come on, everyone. Yes. Oh, what is it about? What is it about? All right. Okay. Furoshiki cloths. Okay, we have talked about environmental awareness. Okay, so we will be saying as an environmentally friendly way to wrap gifts. He's just chilled and he talks basically a comedian, but I also follow your account host. Yeah, thank you so much, Davi. I don't post at all. All right. Other friendly ways as and other the sentence structure is a bit awkward in that way. I would say environmentally friendly is the best. All right. All that's needed to tie furoshiki as the cloth itself. It comes in a blank of different sizes. Host, yeah, you should post if you go to Japan. Okay, bad. If I go to Japan, I will post on WoW account. If I go to Japan. If I go to Japan, I will. I'll do like a, like the influencer shot like this. I'll post like that. All right. It comes in a blank of different sizes. Okay. Different sizes. That is the hint. What might the answer be? What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Let's see if there are any answers. Come on, everyone. What might the answer be? Oh, Hamza. That is correct. Good job. Good job. Davi, getting better and better. Great job. Thumbs up for you. All right, great job. Okay, the only requirement is that the cloth must be square. Depending on the blank of the gifts, the cloth may be as small as the palm of one's hand. Really? That's crazy. Blank as large as a car. All right, what is number 14? Number 14. 14. Let's see, everyone. What might the answer be? Okay, if you guys know the answer, please let me know. Size? Alright, that is correct. Depending on the size of the gift. Great job, Davi. Okay, the cloth may be as small as the palm of one's hand, blank as large as a car. Okay, so we're showing two options. It can be this, but it also can be that. Hi, Chillgill. Chillgill is here. But as large as a car? The cloth may be as small as the size of one's hand, but as large as a car? Let's see, okay? So over here, we're showing two options. Can be this, can be that. So what we usually put in two options is or, okay? Or as large as a car, but good try, everyone. The gift wrapper can fully customize the look. Everything from the pattern of the fabric to its thickness and size can be selected by the gift giver. Actually, I love that. It's like reusable wrapping paper. That's actually so smart. That is so smart. I would completely use this. All right. Now, great job, everyone. Okay. What did you do to your hair again? Really? You guys keep asking me what I do to my hair. I didn't do anything to my hair. It is like this every single day. It's like this every single day. Or maybe it grew a bit longer. Because I cut it in I think I cut it in I cut it in January. So yeah, it might be a bit like long. It grew a bit longer. That's about it. And this, like the side bangs, they have grown out. So they frame my face a bit better. That is about that is about it for like the changes to my hair. Yeah, it's about it. Really, I am not that creative. Greta, get away. Are you aware of the duck on your screen? Yes, it's actually one of my favorite filters. It always just waddles around during the screen, and it's kind of funny, especially when it gets a bit mad. Yeah, like this, like what it's doing right now, and it turns around. That's why I find it kind of funny. I don't know. I like it as compared to like the other filters. I don't really like the filter where Are you also aware you're using your mic wrong? It's supposed to be the front facing. Really? It's like here, no? Not like this, right? Come on, get out. Don't play with me. Come on, don't play with me. Alright. It's not supposed to be like this? Nah. No way. Don't lie to me. Come on, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I've watched enough podcasts. I've watched enough to see that people always like, oh, like this? Really? Really? Nah, it's okay. As long as you guys can hear me, it's okay. It doesn't matter how like the mic looks like. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Okay. But yes, for those who just came in, okay, this that we were going through, they are similar to the questions here in the 1000 PSLE comprehension close questions, all right? So for those who want that bit of extra practice, all right, this is a great resource for you to have. I will show you guys in a bit how you guys can make that purchase, or just take a look, okay, have a bit of an online shopping from this live stream, okay? I will show you guys in a bit. Yeah, I'll show you guys after we do the synthesis and transformation. All right, but yes, it is very easy, okay, and that's coming from someone who is not very strong in tech. All right, so yeah, it is definitely doable, okay, especially for PSLE students who are, or maybe even primary 5 students who are struggling a bit with, yeah, Compre Close. All right, Compre Close can get a bit complicated, and that's completely understandable. Okay, so it is thank you for your comment. It is great for people who want that extra bit of practice. All right, so and these are all popular top school questions. All right, so we already have vetted that out for you. I always tell you guys that like my parents used to spend so long just to make sure that I could have that targeted practice. They would actually, my mom would actually like dig out the questions one by one just so I could work on the section that I was weak in. But then now you don't have to, right? So we already have done it for you, and we have vetted out the questions that are most likely to come out. Okay, let's take a look at synthesis and transformation. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, let's see question 1. I love this place, said Linda. So what might the answer be? What might the answer be? Linda said that she loves that place. Ooh, okay, let's see. Does anyone have any answers? Let's see if there are more people with answers. Alright. Any other answers? Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so first things first, I have a bunch of rules written over here. Question, we have to change it to statement, remove quotation marks, okay, and remove unnecessary punctuation marks. Okay, so when it comes to like questions, okay, we have to remove the question mark. All right, so let's take a look at this first. I love this place, said Linda. Okay, so Linda said, always followed by a that, said that she remember Greg? Yes. Yep. That I okay, said Linda. Okay, love that place. All right. Linda said that she loved that place. All right. So great job. Is it Chill Gilly? I keep remembering you as Chilly Gilly. All right. I can finish this by tonight, said Ali. Okay, what might the answer be? Ali said that he could finish that by that night. Okay. What might the answer be? Okay, let's look. Okay, Ali said again that we changed to he could finish it by tonight. That night. All right, Ali said that he could finish it by that night. All right, great job. Those who got it right, great job. All right, great job, Chill Gill. All right, the gardener watered the plants. Okay, what might the answer be in this case? The plants. I don't want anyone to say that the plants watered the gardener, all right? No one say that, please. All right. All right, let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, so over here we are changing from active to passive voice. Okay, and the main thing over here is that we want to change the subject and the object position. So we have the gardener and we have the plants. We want to make sure that we are changing that. Okay, watered, we will say watered by. Okay, watered by. Okay, then we have, okay, chill gills is the plants were watered by the gardener. All right, let's see the plants. Okay, were watered by the gardener. All right, great job. You got it correct. Great job. The children broke the window. Oh, wow. Okay. The children broke the window. Again, this is, okay, we are changing the voice. Okay, we're changing the voice here. What might the answer be? What happened? Oh. All right. Again, let's switch it. All right. So we have the children and we have the window. So we're going to switch that. Okay. And we have was broken by. Okay, because we have the children. All right. The window was broken by the children. All right, so that is our answer. 25 is he lost his wallet. He was careless. All right, so we've done this type of questions before. This one is slightly different. Okay, what might the answer be? All right, what might the answer be? All right, let's take a look. Okay, he lost his wallet. He was careless. Okay, now owing to. Okay, owing to. Owing to plus noun reason. Hi, Carl. Is it Kayleen? Oh, that is such an interesting way to spell Kayleen. Kayleen. That's such an interesting way. All right. Owing to. Okay. Noun reason. The noun reason. Okay. The effect is that he lost his wallet, and then the cause is this. All right. Owing to, and then we change from careless to carelessness. Owing to his carelessness, he lost his wallet. All right. Tom helped the injured puppy. Okay. What might the answer be? Tom helped the injured the puppy. All right. It was blank who. All right. So again, a hint is that it was is what we call an apodic structure. Right? Does that make sense? All right, let's take a look. It was, okay. Now over here, the idea of it was, it emphasizes who. So over here, it was Tom. Who, okay, so who, so it's like what he did. Helped the injured. So over here, it's much more about shifting your sentence depending on who did what, depending on what the requirement and sentence structure is, all right? Okay, so for those who want the extra practice, we currently have the 1000 PSLE synthesis and transformation questions. Okay, so now this booklet is made up of popular tested PSLE questions. Okay, it is all from top schools. Okay, so students, you don't have to spend that much time working fighting to get the questions together to actually predict what questions are more likely to come out, because we have done that for you, okay, in this 1000 PSLE synthesis and transformation question book. Okay, so we are able to show students, get them to practice questions that are more likely to come out than others. All right, so students can take a look. All right, so 5 more minutes. Let's do another one. Okay, I must see her tomorrow, said Mr. Tan. Okay, let's take a look. Mr. Tan said, I must see her tomorrow. So for must, the things that we change it to is either had to, or ought to. All right. And then for I, we change to he. The next day. Or the following day. Okay, Mr. Tan said, I must see her tomorrow. Okay, Mr. Tan said, he had to see her Okay, he had to see her tomorrow. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? Alright, I can finish the project by tomorrow, said the singer. Okay, so a lot of reported speech. Alright, let's take a look. The designer said. Okay, we can go here. Code finish. Yes, my hammy. What's up? What about my hammy? The designer said he could finish the project by tomorrow. What is up with my handwriting today? Alright. So that is the answer. Alright. So actually we are done with this live. I will see you guys at 2:30. Okay, please remember to come back. We are currently at 1:29. Alright, I'll see you guys at 2:30. Alright. I will see you guys. Bye everyone.